Hello there.
What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Bricks. This is not gonna work. I got scammed. Like many of you guys, I'm very careful when it comes to buying Lego or Lego Star Wars products because we all know there's scammers, there's knockoffs, there's all kinds of stuff you have to be aware of. And so this is only the second time I've ever been scammed, but boy, was it a big one. This was no knockoff Captain Phasma minifig, no. This was a $200 Lego Star Wars minifigure that I've had my eye on for years now. But like any good little YouTuber worth his salt, I immediately thought, how can I milk as much content out of this as possible? So today you get the full story of what happened. To set the stage, I've been eyeing this minifigure for years. Like I said, I even had the chance to buy it last year, but I passed because at the time, $90 to spend on just a minifig was too much for me.
Ironic.
But the other day, I finally saw one go up for auction on eBay at a pretty good price. It was a little bit cheaper than everything else, but still, you know, pretty expensive. Definitely a lot more than $90. Now, there were some things to note about the listing. In the title, it said nothing about Lego. And the description said nothing about Lego either. It just said blank Star Wars minifigure. But in the description of the listing, like what exactly was being sold, it was listed as under the Lego theme and under the Lego Star Wars theme, which is why I believe it popped up with all of the other official Lego Star Wars. And because knockoffs are typically much cheaper than the official minifig, that's kind of the appeal, right? Is you're not paying as much for the same thing. And a lot of the times they're advertised as non-Lego. But unfortunately, I had a moment of naivety, that's a word, and I was like, well, I saw the price was pretty high, there were a lot of people bidding on it. I was like, there's no way this is a knockoff, right? So I bid on it, was lucky enough to win, and was very excited and waiting for that package to come all the way until I ripped it open, dumped out the minifig, and immediately saw something was off. Okay, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk, so let's take a look at the minifig. Oh, oops, wrong eBay haul. Okay, here we go. So, as many of you probably guessed, it was the legendary hairless Queen Amidala minifig. The hairpiece does not stay on very well. I mean, of course, it's not official Lego, but so right when this thing fell out of the package, I got a twinge of fear in my soul because I don't know if you can see on camera, but the bottom dress piece is not the same shade of red as the torso. So right away I was like, uh-oh, this can't be good. I picked it up, it felt very brittle, very thin, just very non-Lego, and then sure enough, I popped off the torso, checked, no logo, nothing, checked the head, nothing at all. So I was very disappointed, and then, you know, went ahead and tried to figure out the whole situation. But this is what I got. Definitely not worth the price I paid for it. I will say this though, of all the knockoffs I've seen, this one actually looks really good. Like some of the faces I see are super goofy, like the printing will be off, but this, they did a really good job, whoever this was. I have no idea, they didn't mark it or anything. But while we're doing minifig hauls, I might as well give you a good one. So this is actually official Lego. You can see, maybe you can't see actually, but Lego, all Lego pieces. This is Queen Amidala when she's like in hiding, pretending to be one of her handmaidens. I saw this on eBay as well. I was like, ooh, this is just a really cool looking minifigure in general, and I can use this one in my Coruscant mock. I might actually buy a second one because I want to eventually build Padme's like silver starship, and so I think it'll be nice to have some of these handmaidens in the background with the actual queen. This story does end well, thankfully for me and my bank account. I was eventually able to get in contact with the seller and immediately got a full refund, so there was no long-term damage done. The seller was very apologetic. They explained they'd gotten the minifigure, the pictures or whatever from someone else and didn't realize what it was they were selling. I'm guessing just someone who, you know, isn't really into Lego, was just trying to get rid of some stuff and make a little extra money. I did explain to them in the future the way to make sure and check what they're selling is actually official Lego, just, you know, so that doesn't happen to them again or anybody else like me. Plus, another bonus was I finally got to do the old I got scammed video, so I can check that off the YouTube bingo card. I would still like to get the actual Queen Amidala minifig, and then when I do, I'll do a comparison between this one and the real one, so you can see how knockoffs stand up to the real deal and how to potentially spot certain tells of a fake one. All that being said, that wraps up this video. Don't forget to let me know what you thought about this whole situation down below in the comments, and I will catch you next time, but until then, happy building.